2026 is not just another gaming year, it's a turning point. From psychological horror and next-gen RPGs to long-awaited sequels and industry-defining releases. This year is stacked. Here is the confirmed release dates, starting with January 2026. Welcome back everyone. In this video, we're breaking down the most important upcoming games of 2026. We'll start with January, where I'll go in depth on every major release, gameplay, story, and why each game matters. Then, we'll move month by month through the rest of the year, highlighting the biggest confirmed titles and exact release dates you need to know. So, if you're planning your wish list or just want to see why 2026 could be one of the greatest gaming year ever, let's begin. Let's start January with one of the most stressful and psychologically demanding game of the month, Pathologic 3. In this game, you play as a doctor sent to a remote town that has been struck by a mysterious and deadly plague. You are given only 12 in-game days to save as many people as possible, and that's where the real horror begins. Pathologic 3 heavily focuses on time management and survival. Time is constantly moving forward, whether you're ready or not. As the days pass, NPCs don't wait for you. Their condition worsens. Some will recover, others will become critically ill, and some will die if you fail to act. Just like in Pathologic 2, you'll need to interact with townspeople, examine symptoms, and determine the type and severity of each infection. Every choice carries moral weight, and failure is not just possible, it's expected. Pathologic 3 launches on January 9th for PC, with a console release likely later, just like Pathologic 2.
Quarantine.
To keep others from interfering.
Interfering with what? I even established a hospital inside the theater.
Next up is a Code Violet, a third-person horror action game with a dark and disturbing sci-fi premise. The story takes place after a global cataclysm has made Earth completely uninhabitable. Humanity is on the brink of extinction, not because of war, but because of sterility. In a desperate attempt to survive, an underground colony known as Aeon develops time travel technology. Their solution? Travel into the past and abduct women to be used as surrogates. You play as Violet Sinclair, one of those women, ripped from her timeline and thrown into a nightmare. As Violet, you must fight to survive, uncover the truth behind Ion's mission, and expose a conspiracy far darker than saving mankind. Code Violet was delayed before, but it's now confirmed to release on January 10th, exclusively on PS5. Quarantine Zone: The Last Check offered a completely different kind of horror, one based on choice and responsibility. This is a post-apocalyptic simulation game where you manage a border checkpoint during a zombie outbreak. People arrive at your checkpoint every day: survivors, families, soldiers, infected civilians. Your job is to decide who gets through and who doesn't. You must inspect survivors, check symptoms, treat the injured, and sometimes make a brutal decision to eliminate them. Every decision directly affects how the outbreak evolves. Let the wrong person through, and you could doom the entire zone. There is a demo already available on Steam, and I highly recommend trying it. The full game releases on January 12th for PC. BrokenLore Unfollow is a first-person psychological horror game that explores something very real: the dark side of social media. In this game, you play as Anne, a young woman haunted by memories of online harassment, cyberbullying, and emotional isolation. She becomes trapped inside a surreal nightmare world shaped by her trauma. The enemies you encounter aren't just monsters, they are manifestations of fear, shame, and anxiety. Your smartphone is your main tool, used for navigation, puzzle solving, and interacting with the environment. BrokenLore Unfollow is a part of the larger BrokenLore series, and a demo is currently available on Steam. You can try it. The full release arrives on January 16th for PC and PlayStation 5. On January 22nd, we get Arknights Endfield, a free-to-play 3D RPG with strategy and factory simulation mechanics, set in the Arknights universe. But this time, the game takes place on Talos 2, a mysterious moon discovered by the people of Terra. You play as the administrator, leading Endfield Industries in an effort to build and sustain a human civilization. Gameplay blends real-time combat, resource gathering, base building, and automated factory management. You'll deploy operators to fight enemies while expanding industrial operations and recovering lost technologies. Although it shares the same universe as Arknights, Endfield tells a completely independent story, making it friendly for new players. Arknights Endfield launched free-to-play on January 22nd for PlayStation 5 and PC, and available on mobile. HIGHGUARD is a free-to-play, raid-based PvP shooter set on a mythical continent. Players take on the role of wardens, magical, gun-wielding assassins who fight both on foot and on horseback. Combat combines futuristic firearms with medieval-style vehicles, special ability, and destructible environments. Matches start with direct combat and evolve into large-scale raids where players attack enemy bases to seize territory. HIGHGUARD is developed by Wildlight Entertainment, a studio formed by former developers from Apex Legends and Titanfall. The game launched on January 26 as a free-to-play title on PS5 and PC. Next in our list, Cairn is an adventure and mountaineering game that focuses on exploration, realism, and personal sacrifice. You play as Ava, a professional climber attempting to conquer Mount Kami, a mountain whose summit has never been reached. Climbing is not just a mechanic here, it's the entire experience. You must carefully manage balance, stamina, grip strength, and limited resources. Every decision on this game is matter. Where to climb, when to rest, and what risks are worth taking. As you ascend, you'll uncover the mountain's secrets, encounter strange characters, and face the psychological tool of obsession. Cairn releases on January 29 for PS5 and PC. Finally, closing out January is God Vein 2, the sequel to Bandai Namco Souls-like action RPG set in the post-apocalyptic world. The game follows the Revenants being transformed by the catastrophic Luna Repasses event. This time, the story introduces time travel, allowing players to move between the past and the present. You explore cocoons, and you can change the fate of characters and prevent the world's collapse. You play as a Revenant hunter traveling alongside a mysterious gear named Lu, uncovering secrets and battling powerful enemies. Combat focuses heavily on the blood-based ability, weapon customization, and a new combat system. As promised, the story is independent of the first game, so new players can jump in without any problem. Code Vein 2 launched on January 13 for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC.
Let's go. It's high time I faced my past.
January already shows us how strong 2026 is, but the rest of the year proves this isn't slowing down anytime soon. So let's move forward month by month and take a closer look at what's coming next. Let's get started with February 2026. On February 5, we have Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, coming for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, Switch 1, and PC.
All two cronies are swept back in time, where you uncover the shocking truth that not everywhere is wonderfully peaceful. Uh-oh.
And on February 6, Nioh 3 arrives exclusively for PS5. On February 12th, Nintendo brings competitive fun with Mario Tennis Fever for Switch 2.
Mario Tennis Fever!
Releasing on February 13th, High on Life 2 for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Also on February 13th, Reanimal launches across multiple platforms: PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. On February 19th, Styx, Blades of Greed brings back the Goblin Assassin.
Search everywhere!
And closing out February, on February 27th, Resident Evil 9. Now, very quick, let's go to March. March begins on March 5th with Never Grace, The Witch and the Curse for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. On March 19th, Mouse PI delivers a deductive experience with a unique cartoon art style, coming for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch 1 and 2, and PC.
There are those who would bend the city to their...
Also releasing on March 19th, Crimson Desert arrives after years of anticipation for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series.
Lowlanders. Up north, we have our own way of doing.
March closes on March 27th with 007 First Light for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, and PC.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the endgame is, we won't see it coming.
For April, we have two strong titles. First, Pragmata, coming on April 24 for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. And on April 30, we have Saros for PS5.
Every time the sun dies.
And the only confirmed for May is Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight on May 29 for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, and PC.
What did you have in mind?
Next up on September, we have Halloween the Game, coming on September 8th.
Whoa, calm down. He was going to be...
And Phantom Blade 0 on September 9. And finally, November 19th, 2026, one of the most anticipated game in history, GTA 6, which I really fear will be delayed again due to recent RAM shortage problem. 2026 is shaping up to be one of the biggest years in gaming history. Which game are you most excited for? If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.